All right. Greetings, royal queens and kings. It's your host, Queen Tulsa, and welcome back to the Queen Tulsa Show. Drama unleashed. Misa Hylton sues Mary J. Blige for alleged fashion thefts. Okay. In this video, we delve into the recent allegations surrounding Mary J. Blige and her alleged influence over rapper Vidal. A lawsuit claims that Blige persuaded Vidal to terminate his management deal with Misa during a private yacht gatherings, hotel meetings, and exclusive events where Misa representatives were notably absent. The situation escalated when Blige's security chief and boyfriend reportedly warned Vidal that he would miss out on significant opportunities if he remained with Misa. Join us as we explore the implications of these claims and what they could mean for both artists involved. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates on this unfolding story. All right, so what we are going to do is we are going to bring up this first article and shout out to Vibe. Mary J. Blige sued by her former stylist, Misa Hylton, for $5 million. Blige is accused of attempting to sabotage Hylton's management deal with rapper Vidal. Stylist Misa Hylton has filed a lawsuit against Mary J. Blige, a previous client and friend, for allegedly refusing to drop rapper Vidal's completed album until he cuts ties with a fashion professional. And court documents obtained by All Hip Hop, Hylton alleges that MJB has attempted to sabotage her business relationship with Vidal via her Misa management company, saying that Blige's company, Beautiful Life Productions, interfered with Vidal and Hylton's signed management agreement, which would either, it says which would entitle her agency to 20% of the rapper's earnings. Hylton believes Blige used her influence to isolate Vidal and steer him away from the contracts. Documents claim that Blige attempted to persuade Vidal to break his management agreement with Hylton during private yacht gatherings, hotel meetings, and exclusive events, where Misa nor Misa management representatives were present. It also alleges that Blige's head security guard, described as her boyfriend, also wanted to sign Vidal and told him he would lose out on opportunities if he stayed with Misa. Vidal signed with the Misa Management on July 25th, 2023, and later signed with Beautiful Life Productions on October 1st of 2023. Paperwork claims that in private messages, Blige said that she would not release Vidal's album, which he completed July 2024, or allow him to tour as long as he stayed with Misa. Hylton argues that Blige's shelving Vaduz album left the artist in economic servitude, unable to repay advances tied to his recording deal or make any real money for himself. They're currently seeking $5 million in damages for breach of contract, emotional distress, and interference with business relationships. Let's see what MJB had to say.
How did the Votto thing evolve?
Well, Vital's been popping for years,
Facts.
and it's just his time. It's his time, and we're family. He's Misa's friend, and he's my friend, and we're all friends, and
Right.
we're family. When we're family, we all listen to each other's stuff and listening to his, paying attention to him the way I started paying attention to him closely. I was like, you know what? Once you hop on, Still Believe. And he did, and blew all my hair back. I said, "Oh, son, excuse me. I know I curse a lot."
This is why we record things, Mary.
I said, I said, "Wow." This kid it's his time.
Right.
It's his turn, and I could feel that. And he's out of here.
All right, you all. So listen here. Let's get up into it. My thoughts on this is Diddy is in jail. Okay, and what can he do to save Mary J. Blige? Right, and Misa Hylton, which is Justin's mother, right? Justin Combs. And actually, Justin, child, listen here. It's a lot, y'all. It is definitely a lot when we think about this Mary J. Blige and this Misa Hylton. When we think about them, I think about P. Diddy. I think about him, and now I'm wondering, like, how does he feel about this? Mary J. Blige was supposed to be like his protege. You said, "Wow, I love myself some Mary J. Blige." Yeah, well, Mary J. Blige is out here allegedly taking people's artists, honey, and not being fair. That's what Mary J. Blige is doing. Yes, ma'am. That is exactly what Mary J. Blige is out here doing. She's not playing fair. And I feel like Nisa Hilton definitely needs to take her down for all that she can get, because when I think about Mary J. Blige and like these young dudes, I think about that dude Danny Glover or Danny Boy, and they say that he was young, and then people were saying that her Mary J. Blige and Danny Boy allegedly was messing around, you know. And when I think about Mary J. Blige, I do think that she's a bully. I do think that Mary J is a bully. I think that she is very much so male identified. It's just I don't know. Every time I see her in an interview or something like that, it's like she's always got like an attitude. It's like Mary just has like I don't know if it's like a rest in B face, but it seems like Mary always has an attitude. Mary is never happy with the men in her life, and you know people say that Mary likes to play in a lady pond, and there's nothing wrong with that. Shout out to the LGBTQIA plus community, but it's just very interesting how these celebrities move around and things like that. But I don't know. What are y'all thoughts on it? Do y'all believe that Mary stole her artist? Do y'all think that Mary needs to pay that woman $5 million? And this is what that dude said. He said that Mary wouldn't release his album or anything like that unless he quit with Misa. And mind y'all, he signed with Misa first. And then he got with Mary J. Mm-hmm. That is true. You said yes, I heard that before. She had it every time she had a bad relationship. Yeah, but she's in a bad relationship right now because she's stealing. And this is the thing with Diddy away. Do y'all think that Diddy would really be pleased at Mary J. Blige in her actions right now and what she's doing with her reputation? See, they need somebody to be able to be accountable or trustworthy, right? And Mary J, when we look at it right now, Mary J, she's not nobody's trustworthy. It seems like Mary J is out for herself, to be honest. Yes, that's a cutthroat business. Uh-huh. Listen, everybody, listen here. It's just like Tyra Banks and the America's Next Top Model. Her when the song comes on or when the show comes on is you want to be on top. Everybody wants to be on top. There's just this hunger for fame, and a lot of people don't understand that. Okay, you might have the fame and things like that, but as far as your world and your reality changing, yeah, it can only change to a certain extent, right? As far as your problems and stuff, no, they will continue to be there unless you go and get the help that you deserve. You know what I'm saying? But some people they just kind of feel like they can do it on their own. What? Some people feel like they can do it on their own. You said she learned that behavior from Diddy. Yes, she did. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna drop the link right quick because I done gave my little commentary. It was only that. It was only that. That article, but it just takes me here because like I said, Diddy is locked up. Diddy is locked up. He can't do nothing. And even if he did even if he did feel like he wanted to step up and say something, really he has no power. He's behind bars. Y'all really think that Mary J. Blige is about to listen to Diddy while he's behind bars? Listen here, she already getting her back blown out by these young dudes. Okay, first of all, let's start there. She's getting her back blown out by these young dudes. Honey, she ain't worried about him. She's actually free. She don't have to go to them parties allegedly. Hold on. You know, now Mary J. Blige, now her box can allegedly relax. She don't have nobody telling her when to do this, when to do that, when to get her nails painted white, so she could grab around this thing. And see, this is the thing. I wonder if they were saying that Cassie was gonna testify in his trial. Uh-huh. They said that Cassie was gonna be testifying in his trial. But see, they all knew what he was doing. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care what nobody say. Everybody knew what that man was about. And I mean everybody. And you know what? I hope that Miss Wallace is haunting the hell out of him. Oh my goodness. Miss Wallace, I pray that she is scaring the hell out of him every time he closes his eyes. Hmm. I hope they doing a 1-2 on his ass. Um, she's over there in the spiritual world. Her and Biggie Smalls there in the spiritual world, so now they can really rat a tat tat on him. You know what I'm saying? From the spiritual world, be punching him in his head. Choking him, stamping on his toe. Come on, honey, stamping on his toe. He said, "You've been accused of stealing artists." Cheating them out of money and royalties like Angie Stone. Yeah, and see, this is the thing. Angie Stone actually worked with Diddy earlier in her career. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, we see this a lot of times, not just in the music industry, but even like even in sports and stuff like that. Like some guys, they get into sports, okay, they get a deal, and then they run off and get with somebody else. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's a lot. Yeah. Let's see. That was known that he abused all his women. Uh huh. And see, some people they just stayed. And people always talking about, oh, well, she should have left this, that, and the third. You don't know how hard the beatings was. Like I said, when you're dealing with somebody with millions and millions and millions of dollars, and you broke, how you gonna go up against them? Hmm. She knew what he did to Biggie. Absolutely, she knew. But she gonna roll. Mary J. Blige. That's why she's a pathetic whore and she can't keep a man. You know, and really, she just need to come on out and tell everybody that she love pussy. Mary J just need to come on out and just tell everybody, hey, I'm into women. Cause I don't see her. I just don't see her happy with men. Unless it's a younger guy. I think that, but that's like a kink for her, allegedly. I think that's like a little kink for her that just gets her rising. You know. But yeah, I mean, uh, I don't know. I just feel like this is just. I don't know. I'm starting to feel like, okay, was this did they have a beef before this? Well, it don't really show that they had a beef before this because they have pictures with each other. But hell, people. I mean, people do photo ops all the time. You know, because we don't know if Diddy said y'all better go to this basketball game and sit there and act like y'all having a good time, even though y'all can't stand each other. You know what I'm saying? You can't. You need money to fight for money. Absolutely. Yes, honey. Girl, y'all, tonight is a night. Tonight is definitely a night. I must say that. Yes, very interesting. But I don't know. As far as like my content on this, I don't really. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I really don't care for Mary J. Blige that much. I just don't. Because Mary, you know more than what you're saying that you know. And then, you know what, with this stuff with Diddy and stuff coming out, and it was this one video where she looked like she was hallucinating up off of something running up in his face. And so I just feel like what's gonna happen is gonna happen. Pay that woman her $5 million, just like you had to pay that man his alimony. Hmm. And I never knew that Mary had her own label. Oh. What I want to know is Mary gonna be at that is she gonna be at the court hearing? Is she gonna be at the trial? That's what I want to know. Is she gonna be there to support Bad Boy? Is she gonna be there to support Bad Boy? Because she was show there rolling and riding on the wave when Bad Boy was rolling and smoking and doing that thing. Honey, Mary was right on right there with him. Mm-hmm. Oh, crackhead. Lord forgive me. Listen here, I've done it before. But listen here. She said that there was a video of her where she kind of made indications like, um, when she was doing that stuff, she was smoking that stuff. And she had pissed Shaka Khan off because she had did a song and she had been out like all night partying, and she decided to sing a song like early in the morning. And Shaka Khan was like, she just, she was doing too much. I don't know what she was doing the night before, what she said she was doing. But she was like, I don't know what she was doing the night before. But yeah, she shouldn't have sung that song early in the morning. Like, you didn't even warm your voice up or nothing like that. It was just funny. Let me see. Yes. Oh yeah. He went away. Oh yeah, he did. No one wants to be associated with someone in trouble. Hmm. And I think that's why the girls are fighting. The girls are fighting because Diddy is out. I mean, Diddy is in jail. We ain't never uh saw any of the girls going at it while he was out here. They are doing this because he is behind bars and he can't do nothing. He can't do nothing about. I don't care who his call men are. This, that, and the third. They are not him. They are not him. Hmm. Lisa said, "Listen here, you old bald headed tramp. Let me go ahead and get my money because you stole my artist." And see, it's a lot of that going on. Remember Carrie Hilson? Carrie Hilson had recently just come out and apologized. And actually Esther Dean, did Esther Dean apologize to her? Because Esther Dean had wrote that song or whatever the case may be, had her back and forth with Beyonce child. I was like, yeah, it is what it is, whatever. Hmm. But I don't know. That's all I have on this topic. If you guys like it, if you want to know more, y'all let me know if y'all think this lawsuit is going to go through. Is this just to distract us from Diddy? Because y'all know Diddy is keep trying to ask for extensions in his trial child. He ain't ready to go down and get sentenced for life. Okay. But because I feel like that's what he would be. I think they would sentence him to life in prison, or give him like X amount of years like they did R. Kelly. But see, I feel like Diddy has it a little bit worse because they are saying that he was rugging people. And there are videos out there. Y'all don't remember that video with that white dude with his butt up in the air and his face was down into the sofa at Diddy's party? And he said, "This is what happened at Diddy's parties." Like somebody wanted us to come to his party and be face down, butt up. Hmm. We don't know if it was consensual or not because the dude couldn't talk. The dude was out. The dude was in here. When I tell y'all that dude was out, I mean, the dude's, I mean, literally, and I'm not making this up. His face was down and his butt was up in the air. And Diddy had the camera phone saying, "Ha ha, this is what happens when you come to my party." And I believe in a lawsuit that they were saying that there were certain drinks, okay, well, if it's this bottle, certain people were served this bottle. So there were allegedly laced bottles of alcohol that was being passed out to people. And I don't know if y'all remember, do y'all remember when Diddy's, this white dude, Brandon Paul, he had got arrested when they were like trying to board private plane? Mm-hmm. Y'all remember that? Yep, that happened. So when you add all that evidence to what they're seeing in those documents and stuff, it just don't look right. It don't look right. And then I have to ask myself to Mary J. Blige, how much of that did you know about? You know, how much of that did you know about work? Hold on one second. Okay, hold on one second. Let me see. I didn't know Mary had a recording company. I didn't either. But get in here. Yeah, I didn't know that she had a recording company either. I mean, She didn't really talk about it. The only thing that I see Mary doing is like really promoting her stuff. So as far as like her artists and all that, I never knew. And you know what? If she had this artist and stuff like that when she's on tour, like why aren't they her opening acts? You know what I'm saying? Because if that was an opening act, then the blogs they would get a hold to it. People would be like, okay, well, Mary got somebody, opening up for her, but we don't see that. Move, Buck. You said, oh, Rush. Yes, I think R. Kelly, what, 30 years? Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. They gave him like 30 years. Move, Buck. Get down. Get down. What are you doing? Get down. I'm trying to run a show. Buck, get your ass down. Stop it. Sorry, y'all. My dogs are doing the most. That would be smart. Them open up her shows. Absolutely. I mean, it just garners attention to their albums. It garners attention to their talent, and it also brings money to her, right? And then Mary is, she's up in her 50s and stuff, so she should be ready to retire soon. I'm tired of seeing her go in circles in them damn boots. You know what I'm saying? I hope one of them damn heels just break off. And honey, she just fall off that damn stage. Lord forgive me for saying that. Yeah, but that's the only thing that I think of when I hear Mary J. Blige is those damn boots and her going around in a circle, just round and round and round, making people fucking dizzy. Oh, she just pisses me off. I'm telling you. And then she always got the shit face on. Mary, if y'all ever look at Mary, I'd be wondering, is she still on that shit? Because every time I see her, she's got an attitude. Like, girl, she just get the hell out of my face. I'm ready to get into my hotel room so I can get high. That be the vibe that she be trying to get. That she be giving off, you know. To me, anyways. But listen here, when I think about when Misa, she looks like she just stole Lil Kim's identity. And that's no shade, y'all. Can y'all see it? Can y'all see it? But Misa, I think Misa got too many fillers in her cheeks. But I feel like, well, when it comes to the faces, I don't know. He said yes, the eyes. Yeah, see, they look similar. They look similar. But Misa is a stylist. I wonder if she ever I wonder if she I can assume that she styled Lil Kim before. Hmm. Yeah, but Mary on some other type of time. Nobody's feeling Mary right now, honey. They said Mary is on that ooh la la. Yeah, but I mean, even in that industry, you just got to be careful with who you navigate with, who you tell stuff to, because people, I mean, you got to think about it. The industry is very competitive. And like I said, it goes back to people wanting to be on top. and they don't care who they have to hit or whatever the case might be. They gonna do it. Mm-hmm. You see, her son looks like her. Uh-huh. But see, this is the thing. Why did Misa give her son to Diddy? You gotta think about this. Every like she gave her son to Diddy, and then you got that little white girl that was over there with Diddy. And now my question is, where is that little white girl? Where is that little white girl? Her name was Ava. And remember when she was introduced to the people, she was like, "Hi, my name is Ava, and I'm a Scorpio." Like, what kind of kid is gonna come on here and let somebody know that they a Scorpio? What you mean you a Scorpio? What does that mean? You a Scorpio? A Scorpio what? Yeah, that threw me off. Yeah, that made me feel a certain type of way. I'm like, what the hell? Yeah, it was Ava. The white girl Ava. I haven't seen her. And do y'all remember? And see, this girl, she kind of look like Kamora Lee Simmons too. Can y'all see it in the face? It's like Misa, she gotta give off that Kamora Lee Simmons with those little chinky eyes. Yes, I saw that. Who allowed him to adopt a child? Exactly. But listen, Misa allowed him to adopt a child. Um, what's her name? What's his name? I'll be sure. I'll be sure. I'll be sure. hmm And I'm just not understanding that. Even with I'll be sure, like you alive, like y'all, I couldn't see myself uh, letting my child be adopted, and I'm still here. Like I don't know. That was different to me. He should. He should. Yeah, he should regret it because like it's just like you just giving away your power. And then I'll be sure trying to figure out well why him and Quincy don't have a relationship. Well, because you gave him away to another man. You gave him away to another man. How was a child supposed to act or react to their biological parent giving them away to another individual that has no blood relationship to him? So we got to ask ourselves, who is the common denominator? Diddy is the common denominator. And what does it all revolve around? It revolves around his money. It all revolves around his money. hmm And it's like, okay, well, shit. Now the money, now the money is not coming in like it was supposed to. And see, this is the thing, y'all. I want y'all to get up into this. Now they say, okay, so was it 2023? So Bado signed to Misa in 2023, July, and then signed to Misa in July. He signed with Misa in July of 2023, and then October, he signs the Mary J. Blige. And when did he get locked up? When did he get locked up? Did he get locked? Did he get locked up in 2024? I want to say abandonment issues. I'm sure. Uh huh. I want to say did he get locked up last year? Locked him up last. I want to say they locked him up last year, but I want to know. So this is something that's been brewing for a while, and like I said, Misa couldn't do anything because what's her name? Uh, Mary J. Blige had. If Mary J. Blige had the protection of Diddy, so she was pretty much the one that was pretty much protected. Because as y'all know, back in the day, Diddy laid hands on Misa, according to the bodyguard. What's his name? Oh my God. His name slipped my head right now, but he's been on the Real Life Street Stars. What was his name? He's from St. Louis. Oh my goodness, I'm having a brain fart. Anywho, y'all know who I'm talking about. Diddy's bodyguard, the one that's, been speaking out. He said yes around summertime. Okay, it was around summertime. Right, right, right. And remember, he was pacing back and forth and doing all that. And he was out and he was doing signatures and people was clapping it up. But then they also said that Gene Deal, thank you. Gene Deal, that's who said it. Gene Deal said that Diddy had placed hands on Misa back in the day. hmm He sure did. Gene Deal said that he placed hands on her back in the day, and he also got fly at the mouth. I don't know if it was his. I think it was with Miss with his mom, Janice Combs. And you know what? That old bird right there. You know what, Janet Combs? I blame her too. They raised that monster. You got to think about it. He's the breadwinner. Can't nobody tell him nothing. We gotta think about his upbringing. His daddy was an informant. He went out sad. And it seems like Diddy is about to take that same road. He's about to turn state. He's about to be an informant, and baby, he's about to give up some team. Because if they talking about giving him years and years behind bars, baby, y'all think that he's just gonna sit there and be silent? No. She kisses him in his mouth. Yeah, I thought that was very nasty and disgusting. And then Diddy mom acts like she's in a relationship with him, like they banging it out. And you know what? I wouldn't even be surprised if they did. I wouldn't even be surprised if they did because some of the allegations that was in that lawsuit, it was just, oh my goodness. But I don't know if I can compare it, but when it comes to both of them, they both were. But see, this is the thing with R. Kelly. I never heard them say that he was putting things in people's drinks. Because you gotta think about this. R. Kelly was a handsome man. Diddy is ugly as hell. Diddy is ugly. Squeal like a pig. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes, ma'am. So R. Kelly, he was handsome. You know, he didn't have to do that, with because I didn't hear none of that. It was more of, him wanting a video or you know, him wanting to take it to the next level, you know, actual. But they said that Diddy was having like these having like these like weekend parties or like weeks long parties. But what got me was that white boy. When Diddy had the phone and he was recording that white dude, and he was like, "Oh, this is what happened at the Diddy party," and he was over there, and that dude, I mean, white dude, I mean, he was out of it. I don't know what they had put up in him or what they didn't, what they put up in a drink or whatever. But baby, he was out. He was out for the count. Kelly doesn't need to drug them. He finessed the ladies. Absolutely. And that's what I said. I said, and when it comes to the sentence, that's why I kind of feel like they would give Diddy a more harsher sentence because, drugs and stuff was involved. Because now you didn't take away their consent. So if you was talking about consent, and if these individuals have proof, from a hospital that they had, that they found X amount of stuff up in their system, then yeah, that goes right on out the window. But there's a reason that they didn't let him make bond, even though they took all his family, they took their passports and things like that. But shit, I heard that the kids was still out there traveling, going from city and country to country. hmm But I really want to know if Lil Kim got some music that she can release that Puffy was holding back from her. Now that's what I want to know. Oh, and did y'all see Miss Wallace's funeral? Faith was there, and but Lil Kim was there. She was at the funeral. hmm She sure was. He said probably. hmm Yeah, because I kind of feel like Diddy held back. I don't know if y'all remember this, but remember when Diddy had did a song with Nicki Minaj, and then remember um Lil Kim and Nicki, they met before, and pretty much next thing you know, it was like Lil Kim to the back, Nicki to the front. But when I think about Lil Kim and Nicki, I think that they would be. No, did you cover funeral? I did not. I did not cover the funeral, but um, I'll make sure I bring it up like when I get my main channel back. And then also like if I'm in the mood, I'll probably do it tomorrow. But I don't know if she was shit. Oh, okay, okay. No, she was buried. She was buried. I was gonna say that Miss Wallace was cremated. But no, I don't think that she was cremated. She got a burial. So you gonna Google it. Uh-huh. Well, what do y'all feel about Mary? Do y'all feel like Mary is on some demonic time? Mary violated. Mary trying to, pull a quick one so she can continue to finance. Do y'all think that she's financing Diddy while he's in jail? Do y'all think Mary J. Blige is sending him some money? Do y'all think that he calling her? I don't know either. Well, listen here, y'all. Let me know in the chat, baby. I'm tired as hell. It's time for mom to get us some sleep. I love y'all. Y'all have a great night on purpose.